Right, hello everyone. So the 1st of March, right, Wednesday. So we're back in action. Now, as you know, last week I was away for a week, so I just got back yesterday, late afternoon. So today we're back on track, and I did give you the Astro hours for Monday and Tuesday, and I'm going to put today's ones in the Discord and the members area as well. You also got the swing days for Monday on Discord. Let's take a look at what we've got now. Let's start with gold, euro, dollar, Dow Jones, Bitcoin video as usual. Let's bring this into the weekly. I'm just going to start like I do always on a Monday. So we'll start off with a weekly chart to see how we're going. Right, so this is the weekly chart. Now, as you know, last week we said we'd be dipping down here, and we still said we've got target here. So the market's going up is fine because this zone is an indecision zone, as you guys know. So it's only logical, but the market has got room to pop down. Let's see if our daily setups have changed at all. Now, we've got a bit of room to pull up into this zone today, as you can see in the 1st of March, which is not bad. So heading into the 48 zone is good. Into that 48 zone, because why? That's where they sold off before, right? Okay, so heading back up into that 48 zone looks okay, which is 1843, right? And 1843 is pretty much up here. Okay, so this 1843 zone we're going to mark in. This is from last time, 1843. Okay, so that's there. Let's get rid of this. This zone you guys already knew about. I said this was going to be a level to target and for the market to twist around. So if you're following your hours and everything, you should be okay. And all should be as foreseen. All right. So that's that 1843. So we need to target that. Mind you, we've got room to pull back into. Okay. So the market should come back down as well, as you can see in the zone. Alright, so we should head up and then pull back down to fill in some gaps as well. Why have I got these on? Just bear with me. Okay, so that's better. Let's do that. Alright, so the market pulled back into the weekly and going up. So that 1843 is where we want to be. Alright, so that's going to be your kill zone in that zone. Right there, let's make this around 50 there. Okay, 18. Why? Because it's where they sold off. Okay, so that's nice and good going, right? So going up into that zone, and the 52, let's keep an eye out for that as well, as 1851. Okay, not too far out, so 1851. We should also keep that on the cards. And if I tighten this up a little bit, oops. All right, we'll see where we're at with that. Yeah, around. Yeah, I think this 1843 is not a bad spot to be going for. As you can see, the market took liquidity there, so heading back into this zone. If it's an Astro hour, you can trade down. Why? Because the market's still trending down, and we should push a bit down as well into that weekly level. Let's check out the monthly as well. Yeah, into the weekly level in there. But remember, it's a monthly, it's a new month, so pushing up a little bit is on the cards in order to pull back down. Okay, so either coming up here or going slightly higher is on the cards. Why? Because this is going to be like an inducement here. Okay, this is where everybody will want to sell it off. So going slightly higher, what's the high of that? 1847. All right, so if you want to be pedantic about it, well, not pedantic, but particular about it, that's how you can mark it in. Okay, and if you wanted to do that on your small time frame, just come to the 4-hour chart. You can even come to the daily on this, it's not a problem. Just go back and forth into that zone. As you can see, 1851 there. Let's just do this. Okay, and that's where you're going to be in that zone. All right, I'll mark it in there. This is going to be your inducement zone. That's your indecision bar there, and there's a small one there, as you can see. So we'll take the small one here, but you guys know, okay, that you want to make sure your stop loss is slightly above this. Okay, so time it with your astrology if you're going to do that. And so now you can just push this back into a 15-minute chart. As you can see, it matches our PST level as well. It also takes all the stops above that, so this looks like a good zone. All right, So that's good to head for. If you want to head all the way up there, if you want to go in that direction, you can. If the market pulls back down to the daily, weekly, astro hours, you can still go long. There's a bit of a gap here as well. That's nice to see, and also here as well. So if the market pushes back into this zone, just make sure your stop loss is slightly under that gap there. Where is that gap happening? From there to the daily pivot. Okay, so this zone as well, you want to be taking into consideration there, just slightly under there, from there to there. Okay, let's take a look at the euro dollar. Let's take a look at that monthly, weekly. There we go on the weekly. Now, where's the goodbye kiss on that? Is 1.0804. Let's mark it in anyway. 1.0804 is just too far out. Okay, too far out, you're right. So let's not go that far out in the meantime. Why is this happening to me? Templates. There. Oh, it's because I put the Renko chart up there the other day. Okay, let's see. And the reason I did that is some guys asked if they could do a U-turn without the ATAM. You can try to do it on the Renko as well. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll show you how to do it. Okay, it's not a big deal. Nothing is a big deal. As long as you get your astro timing and your technical analysis right, then you can check out a U-turn with Renko, without Renko. If you want, you can even use moving averages, whatever. And if you're in the club and you don't know but would like to know, let me know. Let's take a look at the weekly. So the weekly is a bit too far out. We still got room to come down. On the daily, where we're heading towards, the 50 zone is 1.0675, which is slightly above the high of this week already done yesterday. 1.0675. Well, let's take that. 1.0675. Okay, so it's out there as well, as you can see on the hourly chart. But on the daily, the market can still go there. Now, there is a bit of a support here. If it comes down here, it's because we're in the middle of nowhere at the moment. Okay, although we are on a PST line, the market could sell from here and push all the way back down here, or we could go higher and then come down. So that's like we're a bit in the middle of nowhere. So if the market comes down, you want to make sure that 25, 27 is going to be your support. 1.044877. So 1.0477 is there. Okay, let's call it 80 for the sake of argument. Okay, so that'll be a target. And 44, let's just make it there. Okay, so you got targets down there. So this place is also a place where the market can sell off, simply because, as you can see, this was a zone where the market took down, moved down, and took out this level. All right, so the market closed below there. So selling there, taking out that level. This is not a bad spot. Is it an astro hour? Let me just check. It's 9:45 my time at the moment. Okay, and no, you're gonna have to wait for this one. Okay, I'll give you the hours in any case, all right, because the morning hours are already gone. Okay, so on the euro dollar, that's how it is. What about 1.0581? This is from the week before. So let's get rid of this. So we've got room to push up to sell, or the market can sell from here. This is where it pushed off. If I take this into an hourly chart, because it is Wednesday and this is Tuesday, so Tuesday it made a high. What did I say for the swing days for this one? Okay, so pushing up is also a good thing for this too. All right. If I turn this into a 4 hour, let's see where we're headed off. That's the level, that's that. Well, pretty much all on this one here. Okay, so it's on this one, which the market already did. Okay, so this the market did yesterday. Okay. Which is there. If you want to just take the body, it would have been that one there. Okay, which is fine. That's the PST level there. So we're going to have to keep this in mind because the PST level. Other than that, this zone is good. This zone is good as well if you're okay. All right. So you can wait till the Astro hours when I post them up and see how that pans out. Okay. Also check out the swing days for the euro dollar. Okay, because that's also helpful. Let's take a look at. Okay, and mark your targets as well. Where we're going. All right, and to cover the trade, obviously. US 30. Let's take a look with the new week. There you go. Good buy kiss there. Nearly a good buy kiss there, but as you can see, that's a breakdown. We've got room to come down on the weekly into the 44, 41. That's 32,432 and 31,988, 32,020. So 32,432. 32,432. So this is the first target we're heading to. All right, so this is good to know. All right, so we're going to be around here. Okay, that's the first target, and then we've got 32 down here. 32,020. All right, so we've got that, but that's the first target you should head into. A bit of a gap here. If it comes back up, you can sell it off. Now today's Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Okay, that's how it is now. With the Dow Jones, we had a few, swing days, and Monday was one of them, as you can see, and it's right on the PST level I left you guys with last week. So let's do this. Let's get rid of these, okay, and let's start fresh. And let's do that. So below are the targets there. Let's get rid of this. Dow Jones monthly, weekly is there. So 33,326 on the price. 33,326 on the price. Around there. Okay, which is nearly done, as you can see, right, pretty much on there on the price. And on the PST, we've got the HCL1 line, 33,400, and the 51, 33,395. So 33,400 and 395 is just going to be there. Okay, three, pretty well. I won't bother putting that in. It's pretty close. Okay, so if it does come up, you still want to be a seller on this one. You got targets down there. If you want to sell at Astro hours, you can. Okay, what broke this is this. Okay, so if I take this, let's turn this into a 4-hour chart first. See how that pans out. Okay, so coming up is a good option if it comes back into that. Why? This is a runner. Okay, so you don't want to be selling anywhere down here, that's for sure. And that's support here as well. Okay, so the market could go up a little bit today, and that's not a bad thing. So what you want to do is definitely draw this in. Okay, because this is your runner, as you can see. Okay, so it's done a bit of a runner, and it's fine with us. Okay. What we want to do, it's possible it will break out and come up to a PST level, which is fine. Okay, which is fine, which is how we'd like to trade it in any case, because it'll fill in the gap and take some liquidity with it. And these levels were from before where the market sold off, as you can see, no problem. Let's get rid of those. So we can go up to sell. If you want to buy, this is your buy zone. Let's go back a little bit, see where we're at. There, maybe slightly lower. Yeah, so if we come a little lower, okay, into the PST zone, okay, come back slightly lower. Let's get rid of this. The market can head up long as well. So going up from this level is not a bad idea. There is nothing to fill here. It's all filled up. It's nice and clean. And if it goes further down, it's going to be here or 31,000. What was it on the daily? 806. 31,806. In this zone there. All right, so getting these precision pricing is also important, as you can see. Why? Because look, if it does come there, you know what price to get in, and you can also check with your technical analysis. So if the market comes there, these are the hot spots. Okay, so if I turn this into a 6, okay, these are the hot spots. So the market's eyeing them out. Why? Because it's a PST level. Okay, and that's how it is. So going up into the weekly and into this zone to sell off is not a bad idea. I like this. It's good to break out, to come up here and then to sell off as well. So if we come down, you can go long at Astro hours from these levels, okay, to go up, okay, and then at Astro hours you can sell from these levels, especially this one's looking nice where it's got some gap filling in to do, and then also some liquidity taking out here to push down. Right. Now Bitcoin, let's take a look. Let's go there to Bitcoin. Now I gave you guys the sell levels last week, all right, before I went away. Okay, so these levels were fine. If you sold off here, you should be okay, and all this honky dory, right? And if you're using the ATM strategy, no dramas. If you're using the Astro hours as well, I think you should have been okay, because the Astro hours are working for everything in general. So let's take a look on the weekly. As you can see, that was a level to sell off from, and the market did so nicely. Pushing this further down is an option, okay? So to sell further down is okay for us, in my opinion anyway. So with Bitcoin as well, we'd still like it to push down. But like I said, if we get into that range, the 40 to 47, so 47 is 20,000, okay? Now, as you can see, as the changes are happening, but we'd like to come down to at least 19.5 to 18.5 there, okay? Because we want to fill in the gap here. And what's 40,000? 17,451. All right, so you can wait for the market to push down. It's a good breakout here as well, right on there. Okay, it should break below this and come below there though. Okay, it needs to. So we need to at least break below this because of the trend line going up. So what to do with it today? Well, today this could go up, okay, into that zone. If you want to buy, you're going to have to do it at 42 or 49. 23,363, 23,363, 23,363. So if it pulls back down into that zone, the daily pivot, the white line, this zone at the Astro hours, you can push up, okay? The other options on the daily there, 42, 32,845, 32,845, 32, whoops, 845 is about there, so that level there, okay? On the weekly though, if you want to sell 63, which is 25,700, 25,700 is going to be up there, okay? It's pretty high. 25,700 is even higher than the high that it did do. This is a good impulse push down, so if the market pushes down, it wouldn't surprise me. But if you want to sell, like I said, you got to sell from the PST levels. You got to wait for it to come up to sell. 24,935 is your first spot. 24,935. Oops, so about here, I'd say. Okay, according to the PST level, if it goes back up again, you can sell. But like I said, the weekly pivot is a good spot to be selling at Astro hours as well. Only if you're a buyer, buying here and here is okay. If it starts to push below, then obviously you want to be coming down into this zone here. Okay, where the gaps are. It needs to refill sooner or later. This zone. Alright, so coming back down into this zone is going to be how we want to be treating it. Okay. In the interim though, it could go back up again and then it could do a big ABC down coming into these zones. I don't think buying expensive is the way to go. Okay. I still think in March we've got room to come down, and buying at the lows is the better way to go on this one. Okay.